No, it's so interesting because when you wrote this column, and then I got some blowback because you mentioned me. It's
Oh
like,
no, sorry,
oh, that's all right
Michelle.
because I can handle it. I got some back, and I'm from Baltimore, so don't even play with me. But it's like, well, people can just look at just because they work, certain many hours, doesn't mean that it's efficient work or they're actually doing work. So you could clock in at 8 and clock in at 5, and not necessarily really be hard working. But your data actually did get a little bit to that they are actually working in those longer hours that they're putting in, correct?
Right. And so there are two ways that I get to that. One is the idea that federal workers tend to have more days off, more vacation, more sick time. And when we run the numbers, we find that is not at all the case. In fact, federal workers are less likely to be missing from work on a given day than almost anybody else in the economy, way less likely than private sector workers. So it's not that they're just sitting back and burning that vacation time or whatever. But the other thing, and to me, this is really the smoking gun here, is that through that current population survey again, um, the government actually asks people the same questions a year apart. And so we can look at people who last year were in the federal government and this year are working for as a wage employee in the private sector, and we can compare how did that person's life change when they left the federal government. Well, we find that in the large majority of cases, people who switch from government to the private sector end up working fewer hours
Wow.
for higher pay. Now,
Wow.
that is not what you would expect if they were just
Wow.
leaning back and collecting government money.